And again, there is this silly term called lifelong learning today. You know, you take more and more degrees, more and more reading. That's called lifelong learning. That's not what it is. When you understand, knowing is a verb. When knowing is a verb, when it is a process, it is lifelong. It is not by having more and more knowledge, it becomes lifelong. You know, so when a person is actually a farmer, for example, on a day-to-day basis, he is exploring things. He is seeing things, things are changing. An expert farmer will pick up any leaf, you know, any mango leaf and tell which is the mango. He doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to fruit. His experience is such that just the mango. And as you know, the other day, someone was sharing about their grandmother sitting far away from the kitchen, you know, nowhere near, but just the smell she heard, and she's telling there is more salt. So this refinement is always happening, you know. So this is actually a process of refinement, actually. So there is a crude knowledge that happens initially, inputs, slowly it gets refined, and you become more and more sensitive, you know. So it's actually a constant growth, a constant awareness that is built onto that. So this whole life has been completely now turned upside down because of a completely wrong understanding about knowledge. You know, mechanization, market, the whole thing is completely now.
तो इसी लाइन में being in the moment के बारे में
नहीं, वो senses अगर काम कर रहे हैं तो you're in the moment. Again, this is another tamasha that is happening in the name of modern education, mindlessness or mindfulness or whatever. No, these kind of nonsense actually. And children by nature are mindful. What I mean by mindful, I don't know what they mean. Presence. And who establishes this presence? Presence is established by senses. And how we become absent is when the mind is taking part elsewhere, but the senses are every time participating. It has no choice. When I am sitting here, I am sensing this. The wind, I am aware of all that. That's because my mind is also there. But what happens in the modern scenario is that your mind and body get fragmented. You know, senses will be present without any choice, but the mind is elsewhere. This is absence. So in mindfulness, what they do is that you get the mind back for some time only. That's a classroom exercise, no? But rest of the classroom, the mind is out. So simply they don't understand what it actually means to be present. I didn't want to use the word mindfulness. It's actually being present. So what to do? I mean, the whole other real confusion I feel is this fight between spirituality and science, which again is an artificial construct of modern minds. You know, I don't think there is anything like that actually. So, and all these are understood in terms of language. The whole problem is that, you know, for example, there is this thing about non-duality, duality and all that, no? It is all understood as a philosophical thought. It's not, it's a way of being. A illiterate person is non-dual. It is a literate person who becomes dual because his mind and body gets fragmented. So this is an existential fact. You know, so these are not philosophical, things to be discussed. It is something that you live. You know, either you live as a non-dual being, or you become fragmented and become a dualist being. It's fragmentation actually. बहुत सीरियसली बोलते हैं सब कुछ है?
सब लाइटली बोलते हो। चलो निकले।